What's up, guys? MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be going over another interview, but today I actually have a different guest. His name's actually Rahul. Say what's up, Rahul.
What's up, guys?
And I would definitely describe Rahul as somewhat of a veteran. He's been playing Halo pretty much as long as I have, but I'll leave that up to him. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody kind of your experience with Halo in the past up until present day.
Okay, I've been playing Halo since Halo CE. Only really got into it around Halo 3. I've played all of them except for Halo Wars because strategy games are really not my type like that. And yeah.
And would you say you've had any competitive experience with the game, or would you just say that you play it at a you know, a casual level, but you really try to win all your games?
Oh yeah, I definitely do try to win all my games. I'm really competitive when it comes to Halo because I feel like it's just more fun that way. Because winning is fun, and
right, yeah.
I also have a lot of like Halo 2 LANs. I still have it with my cousins and stuff. We still have LANs every now and then, and they're all competitive, so that kind of rubs off on me too.
Great. All right, awesome. So just to give you guys a little idea, so basically we had Shady last time, who I would describe as a newer player to Halo, even though he's had Halo experience. This, of course, is someone who's played Halo from the very beginning, so he definitely is going to know what he's talking about, and his opinion is definitely going to matter here. So we're going to be moving on into the very first question, which is, did you play the Halo 5 Guardians beta, or have you seen any beta gameplay?
Yeah, I have played it, and I was very impressed by what I saw. And I think that Halo 5 is going in a very interesting and good direction.
All right. Would you say, really quick, just to kind of go off on that point you made, would you say there's anything negative about it, or you know, is your experience relatively positive all around?
I think the one negative thing might be loadouts. I'm really not a fan of the loadouts, mainly because people can just choose to start off with a DMR or a BR, and that might give the BR starters a disadvantage, especially because like for the BRs, like all 3 shots have to connect for maximum damage, whereas the DMR is just 1 shot will
right, and it's also got better range as well.
Right, exactly.
And now I'm sure you're aware the kill times are a little bit different. You know, in Halo 5 Guardians. I mean, they've always been different, but you know, would you feel more comfortable? I asked the same question to Shady. Would you feel more comfortable with loadouts? And I'm not saying, you know, you have to like loadouts, but would you feel more comfortable with the idea of loadouts if all the weapons had the same time to kill and were rather used for their advantageous attributes, such as the DMR's long range capabilities and stuff like that?
Absolutely, I would definitely be how would I say?
More comfortable with that?
Yeah, more comfortable with loadouts if all the weapons had the same time to kills.
Right. So, you know, me personally, I definitely like that there's not loadouts, and I like that there are different time to kills because of that. I feel like it's definitely, you know, justified at that point. So that's some interesting stuff. So we're going to be moving on to one of the new player attributes that have been added into the game, and that's going to be the clamber ability. So let me know how you feel about that new player attribute.
I personally like it because I was never very good with jumps and like trick jumps. So that would definitely help me out personally, and
okay.
It also adds feel like different level of skill, like getting away, make things easier.
Knowing how to complete jumps and everything, and knowing what you can and can't reach.
Right. Yeah, and it also adds a different like level of skill, because like I'm sure the pros are gonna be maneuvering like very differently from just regular players using those abilities.
Would you say, in the same context, do you feel as though it makes the game less skillful because, like you said, you were never good at those trick jumps or anything, which there were some very complicated trick jumps, such as on Guardian, getting from bottom gold to top gold through that little, you know, small little gap. That was a pretty hard trick jump, but just simple crouch jumps around the map. You know, do you feel like it removes that skill gap? Because I feel like in some instances you had to be pretty good at those jumps.
Yeah, I do think it lessens the skill just because it'll make some jumps easier for people.
Right. And you made a good point though. Definitely, it's definitely back and forth. In some instances, I'm sure yes, it does reduce the skill. In other instances, I'm sure if you're able to really fluidly move around the map with the clamber, you're going to be pretty versatile, and it's going to be it's definitely going to speed the gameplay up. We'll put it that way. And so we already touched on loadouts, which is a good thing. And really quick, we're going to move on to the. I asked the same question to Shady in the previous one. How do you feel about the aesthetics of the armor?
I think they're great. I think it looks great.
343's version, I want to say 343's version of aesthetics.
Okay, I think they look pretty good, honestly. And moving in 60 frames per second, it looks nice and crisp.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely better to have 60 frames per second.
Just one downside, it would probably be that all the armor sets are like a complete set, meaning like you can't change the like shoulder pads and like chest plates individually like you could in Reach.
Right. And from an aesthetic standpoint, just from the armor, okay, from the armor you can choose from, would you say that 343's style, so, we're talking about Halo 4 to Halo 5 here, would you say that you like that style, or you like the way that it looks, or would you prefer it to look something like another game? And if so, which game would that be? What was your favorite armor style or look in a Halo game?
My favorite armor style was definitely from Reach, because a lot of the armor was bulky, I guess, and it just looked a lot more tougher.
Right. You can also make your character extremely skinny too.
Yeah.
If you want it that way. Yeah, that's one thing I particularly liked about Reach. I said that in the previous commentary. Just the look of their particular their armor set was. I feel like everything kind of looked different. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what 343 struggles a bit with their armor aesthetics, is that everything kind of looks almost the same, and that's not really good in my personal opinion. They also messed up some of the other things like Recon. That looks a bit weird in the game. Recon used to be cool, but now it looks a little bit weird. So, all right, that's pretty great. So, guys, we're going to be running out of time for this particular episode. We're going to be bringing him back later on, guys, asking him the next set of questions. As always, if you have any other questions to ask Rahul that you personally want to know, drop it down in the comments section, and we'll definitely go over those next time. But is there anything, lastly, being that this is the first time you're on here, Rahul, is there anything you want to say? Maybe anything that you'd like to leave off on? Maybe anything that you'd like to see in Halo, maybe? Anything at all, like anything you could think of that you would like to see in a Halo game moving forward?
Nah, not really. I think 343 is doing a good job in the direction that they're taking.
Halo 5 met all your needs?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's great. All right, guys, well, we're going to be picking this up next time. I really hope you enjoyed. Rate the video what you think it deserved, and if you'd like to become a Sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. This has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.